Passion our purpose, profit our pain. I don't want my name to ever be in vain. A life full of substance is the only thing that will remain the same. Millennial Thoughts. Welcome back to another episode of Millennial Thoughts podcast with your girl, Alicia. And if you have been riding with me since 2018, this is your 100th time you have heard this intro because it is the 100th episode. And I am so excited to be recording this today and that it is Black History Month. So happy Black History Month to all my people out there, period. I know it's only been 6 days, but we wish you a prosperous Black History Month in the beginning, okay? And the rest of the year. And it is also the love month. So no matter if you're single, poly, monogamous, I hope you are finding the love for yourself. And if you are single like me, I hope you are treating yourself this month because you deserve it. Because if not, you didn't boo. But yes, I have a lot of things to share with y'all. So excited to talk to y'all today that I am filming my 100th episode. This is so crazy to me. So there's a lot of things that are happening in February that I cannot wait to share with y'all. Of course, it'll be a later date, but I know y'all hate when content creators say that because I hate that. But at least you know that y'all be getting an announcement soon, and I'll be doing a life update and everything like that. But now we are going to recap about January because that was the first chapter of the month. I want to know how y'all January was. I'm going to share how my January was. It was definitely busy. It was a lot going on, but I went and visited Brooklyn, New York. It was so freezing, y'all. It was so cold, but it was very, very nice. We went to see the Brooklyn Bridge. We went to go see the Nets play. They lost. I was upset, okay? My friend was like, you should be a commentator. I said, I walked all these blocks. I went up all these stairs, crossed blocks, okay? Cross streets, okay? I need them to win and know how to shoot, okay? Free throws. Do you hear me? Period. Because what? No, ma'am. But then we also went to the Apollo in Harlem. My friends was like, you should manifest a show here. So I took pictures there. This famous TikToker, Keith, he talked about famous cuts and slices, pizza. Well, it's a famous spot. And then also, I follow Queen Naja's boyfriend, Clarence NYC. He went there, so he went and tried their pizza. Because, you know, I'm a TikToker reviewer, so y'all can go check my reviews out on TikTok. We tried that pizza. That was cool. We had also a Airbnb horror story and had to find a hotel that night, which took up a lot of our time the first night we was there. That's going to be another TikTok story, so go ahead and follow me on TikTok, you know what I'm saying. Then we went to a club that played like reggaeton, dance hall music, Afrobeat, soca, all that stuff. That was really, really fun. You know, so if you want the behind the scenes of what I'll be doing of my travels, you can follow me on TikTok at Alicia's Adventures and Instagram, Adventures with Alicia, and also listen to my podcast called Bon Voyage the Podcast, you know, when it comes back out, you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna be honest, traveling back to back like that had your girl tired and spending more money than usual because I didn't have time to grocery shop. I was just tired. I was just catching up on sleep. And I didn't go to the gym, but the Lord kept me, okay? Amen. Work was a little hectic, but this year I am trying to focus on slow weekends because I'm so busy. So on Saturdays and Sundays, if I do wake up early, I just try to like lay in my bed, get some rest. I really try not to, you know, schedule things too early. You know, I'm a more of an afternoon type of girl because I feel like I wake up every day all the time for someone else, but it's like on the weekends I want to give myself that time because sometimes I wake up even earlier on the weekdays, you know. So I feel like let me have some slow weekends, okay? I love to just ease in. I don't gotta go hard the whole January, February. I just need to ease into the year, you know what I'm saying? So I just be chilling because my weeknights be so packed and they go so quickly. Like I start my days later on the weekend because like my day started at like 8:30 in the morning. You gotta go to work. You gotta get back home from traffic. You get home like 6:15, like, and then you gotta cook dinner, go work out, do whatever you need to do just for your own stuff. It just be too much. So on the weekends, I be going to church online. I be doing like 1 or 2 activities, not too much. Over the weekend, I took myself out on a solo date and I got me some hibachi and I chatted with my friend. And then my other friend hit me up and she was like, "You want to go to this workout class with me?" So I went up to this workout class with me. Woo child, y'all. I was out there like, woo, okay. I hadn't worked out like all January, so it was just like, ooh, let me get back into the groove of it. But while I was working out and stuff, the lady over it, she did affirmations and different things like that. And she really spoke into us and it was very uplifting. So I thought that was really, really great. So since this is the love month, I wanted to start off with a self-love affirmation. And then we'll talk about the Millennial Mogul for the episode and everything like that. So for February, I want you all to repeat these I am statements to yourself for the next 21 days because what you know, after 21 days, it becomes a habit. So I want you to repeat after me and then keep repeating these, okay? I am doing the best I know how to do. I am not pushed by my problems. I am led by my dreams. I am getting closer to achieving my goals. I am getting healthier every day. I am inspiring people through my work. You know, if you want to rewind, you definitely can, okay? So, yes, I want you to repeat those. I want you to believe in those and feel those throughout these next 21 days. So, now it's time to shout out the Millennial Mogul for today's episode. I'm really going to get some theme music for this segment. I think in the future, like, it'll be so cool. But in my Snoop Dogg voice, cue his speech that he was saying for the Hollywood star when he got that for the Walk of Fame. He's like, I want to thank me. I want to thank me. Okay, so I would like to thank me for believing in myself and having the idea to start this in 2018. So I am the Millennial Mogul for today's episode, period, okay? So, yes, I just want to love on me, okay? So I didn't know where I would go with this or how far I would even go, but now it's on the 7th season. Did you hear that? 7th season, 100th episode. All I can say is I'm proud of me, but also thankful to y'all for listening to it as well. And as Lil Wayne would say, there would be no me if it wasn't for y'all. So I hope one day I can be at the Rock Nation brunch and the Grammys and going to all these exclusive events. Okay, because it's looking a little lit over here for the weekend. But I wanted to give myself my flowers because who better than yourself to love on yourself? You got to do it. So I challenge you to write things down that you are proud of about yourself. My friend actually challenged me to write down some of my accomplishments, although I said I didn't really have any or they were all basic because I feel like we kind of all have the same accomplishments sometimes. I really am proud of myself on this podcast, getting to 100 episodes, getting to the 7th season, and still having ideas to come. I'm proud of myself for co-writing a short film that should be coming out soon. I'm proud of myself for having an income and being able to create and not giving up on my dreams are all the things that I am proud of myself. So, yeah, I'm that girl, period. And you are that person too, okay? So walk with your head held high and believe in yourself. So with that being said, I wanted to go down memory lane and share why I even started the podcast with y'all. Just in case if you haven't been here since July 2018, I'm going to bring it back, okay? Bring it back for y'all, all right? So listen to this preparation. So 2017, I graduated undergrad. I went straight to grad school. Don't know if I would encourage that. But it was like August, starting school, September. I didn't know really the transition of grad school. Nobody really talked to me about it. So being that I had to then work 20 hours a week, go to class at nighttime, I was so dang tired. Like, I'm like, what? The day is over with. Like, what am I doing? So on weekends, I had to write papers. I had to read and do all this and that stuff. And I just feel like I really wasn't prepared for that. And it was mainly the switch of, like, not being involved in stuff and not having as much social time and feeling isolated. And then I just felt like I was spending all my time on social media. So I decided to take a social media break. And then I started listening to Therapy for Black Girls. And then one of my friends told me about Getting Grown. I don't know if I seen that or my friend told me. So that's by Jade and Kia. So throughout my social media break, I just started listening to podcasts. Like, it was getting me through my day at work and stuff like that. I was listening to it, talking to my friends about it, and I wasn't just consumed on social media. And then after a while, I think I took like a month or a 2 month break or whatever. And then like that December, I was like, what? I would love to do this. Like, I would love to talk about my experiences being in grad school, because their podcast was called Getting Grown. So they're out of grad school. They're like, you know, in their respective careers and stuff like that. But me, I'm still in grad school. And of course, then I didn't know of any podcast that was talking about being in grad school, chatting it up, figuring out life and stuff like that. So I was just starting to do a little research. I like look how to start a podcast, how to do this, how to do that, what to talk about, what to name it and stuff like that. And I was like, what can I name it? So then that's when I thought about my name. I was like, who am I? Or what am I? What am I classified? And what would I be talking about? So that's how I kind of came up with Millennial Thoughts. Because it was thoughts and I was a millennial. So I just kept it simple, you know. But I wanted to keep it broad enough for people to be able to listen to it and hear about it. So fast forward to a little bit, I just started like thinking like, oh, I should have a co-host, because I seen Jaden Key have a co-host, and Therapy for a Black Girl, she didn't have a co-host, but she had like interviews, or she talked about like TV shows and stuff like that. So it was like, oh, okay, so then I had to try to find a co-host. That was kind of hard because I don't feel like people knew like really that much about what podcasts were and what was going on. So I'm like, oh, can I have a, you know, can you be the co-host to my podcast and stuff like that? And they're like, what, girl, what's a podcast? What you doing? So finally found one. Nisa, if you did not know, she was on my season 1. She was my co-host. So we just like met up and started talking, and we chatted about it, gave her my ideas. She gave me ideas too. So the first season was not put out until like July 24th, 2018. So I just want to give y'all a little bit of that background. I had the idea in like December 2017, and that's how long it took. So if you are also trying to start a podcast, if you're also trying to start a YouTube channel, like, it takes time and preparation. So don't get bogged down by little details, but just try as much as you can and figure it out. Like I said, I was in school. My friend, she was an entrepreneur. She had her own job and stuff like that. So it's okay if it doesn't come out as soon as you're ready for it to come out. But you know, bring it out when you're ready for it to come out. So we talked about being overwhelmed. We talked about like self-love and different things like that. Y'all can definitely go check out those episodes because they are on there. But we talked about like burnout and different things like that. So that was really, really great. And I just wanted to share my experiences of adulting and helping others navigate it through it as well. And we don't have a manual, you know, so we're just learning things as we grow. And these last couple of years has been crazy for me. From graduating, looking for a job, dealing with the global pandemic, being in school, you know, and still trying to be the best version of myself is a lot. So I don't really know what the future may holds for these next 100 episodes, okay? Y'all hear me? I'm putting it out in the universe, okay? But it took me 5 years to get to 100 episodes, okay? It took me 5 years to get to 100 episodes. I just want y'all to hear that, okay? So it's going to be okay. But I hope in the future I can really grow this podcast, try new things out, and even get an NAACP Image Award, because I see they have podcasts on there now. So that'll be really dope. I want to interview some high-profile people, and even want to make this my full-time job one day, because I love to listen to people while I work. So I want to be that person that people listen to, cracking up, talking while they work. So that's really what I want the goal of the podcast to be. But I'm always looking for ways to improve the podcast, and I love suggestions and engagement. So if you have any, please email me segment ideas, DM me topics, and help you get through your day, your morning, or whenever you listen to this. Okay, like on a Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. Just, help me help you. So like I said, I'm so excited to finally have a team now. I'll be introducing them soon on my social media, but I'm also looking for a social media manager, preferably a college student that just likes to post and engage on social media. I would be forever grateful. If you know someone, please have them email me at millennialthoughtspod@gmail.com. If you want to just support and chat with us, you can also follow us on Instagram at Millennial Thoughts Podcast. I would love for you to comment on this episode graphic, what your favorite episode is, or how you found out about the podcast. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, y'all. So going back to my roots for the podcast, which was adulting, talking about living life as a millennial and adulting. I know last year icks were very, very popular. They were talking about relationships, people, life in general. So I just wanted to do like the icks of adulting. So I have 5 icks of adulting. And if you don't really know what adulting is, to explain it in its simplest form, it's just figuring out everything that was not taught to you in school. That's what I consider adulting, and just trying to make it. Adulting is hard, and so I wanted to share some of my icks of adulting, post-grad life, and late 20s. So the first ick, which I all think that we can agree, is paying bills. That is the most annoyingest thing ever. Every month, sometimes every day, paying bills are just above me, okay? My second one is having to figure out everything when no one has the answers. That's kind of like that manual thing. It's like, well, how do you know what to get? And it's like, okay, well, Google it. Well, what am I Googling? What am I Googling? I'm having to figure out something about loans, about this. It's just like, so y'all don't want to tell nobody. And then when you call people, they don't want to answer the phones. Then they want you to email them. Technology. My next ick is having to work 5 days a week and only having 2 days off. And those 5 days a week are working for someone else. And I only get 2 days off. Can we reverse that? Okay. And the fourth one is being in debt because I wanted to further my education. Why am I getting punished for something that y'all told me to do? Someone make it clear to me, okay? And then the idea that we should be okay with struggling, and how inflation does not match our paychecks. Why are eggs $8? Why is chicken $15? But nobody's pay is being raised. Minimum wage is still $7, $8 some places. I just don't understand. So those are some of my icks with adulting. Let me know what your icks are, or if you have the same icks as me, because adulting is hard. So we need to show ourselves some grace and love, okay? Because it is Black History Month and Love Month. I also would like to leave y'all with some homework, okay? So the homework that I'm leaving y'all with is, first, write a love letter to your future or past self. Take yourself out on a date to a Black-owned restaurant. Buy yourself something nice from a Black-owned store. So either one of those. And let me know which one you are going to do. And just really, show yourself some love this month. And even beyond, even though February is the love month, just definitely have grace throughout the year. Adulting is hard, it's ghetto, life be life. And as I say all the time, and you don't know what you don't know, and that's with anybody and everybody. We don't have manuals. I wish we did. We only have tips and tricks and a lot of internet influencers telling us what to do, what not to do, and different things like that. But yeah, I would suggest, to do some of those things. If you could do all 3, that's great. But if you can only do one, I definitely understand, okay? Because the budgets don't be budgeting all the time. So if you need to do that letter, period. I hear you, sis, okay? Yes, but I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And I hope it wasn't all over the place for you all. But all good things do come to an end. So as Mariah Carey says, it's a wrap, okay? For season 7. We ain't done, though. But this is the last episode of season 7. Okay, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed this season. It was a little bit of everything, relocating, a little bit of traveling, a little bit of fun, different things like that. But I'm very excited to take this break. and focus on season 8. It will be coming out sooner rather than later. So follow us on IG to find out when it will be coming out and what we'll also be highlighting. But although there will be no episodes for the rest of this month, we will be sharing our Millennial Moguls on our Instagram, and we'll be doing some fun content over there as well. So make sure to follow us on Instagram at Millennial Thoughts Podcast, because we're gonna have you in the know. Okay, we ain't gonna be leaving y'all hanging. All right, we got y'all. I sound like Insecure. Ooh, he said Insecure. We got y'all. I'm doing a lot of references to music artists, but that's just because of TikTok and things I've been watching. So don't mind me, but if you like it, I love it. And if you want me to keep doing references to artists and stuff like that, let me know, because I got them in the bag. Okay, period. So I want y'all to have a great month. And if you missed the podcast, go back and check out the previous episodes about traveling, money, adulting, and more. Talk to you all soon. Have a great day when you listen to this and beyond. Bye for now. Y'all will hear from me later. Bye.